Hey everyone, it's Bethany. Welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited today because Cricut Design Space came out with a new feature and I just noticed it when I went to do a little design space work. And that new feature is going to allow us to save and bookmark our favorite fonts and compile them into a separate list. This is going to save so much time, and I don't know about you, but I find that I spend a lot of time scrolling through all of those fonts, trying to find my favorite fonts or the perfect font that will work for my project. And I would honestly rather use that time towards crafting and less time searching for fonts. So now that we can bookmark and save our fonts and keep a little list in Design Space, I'm really excited because I used to just put all of my favorite fonts on a little sticky note and refer to that every time I wanted to go and design something, but now it's going to be even easier. So I'm going to show you how easy it is, and I have been kind of monitoring comments lately, and the one that I get time and time again is, can you please share a list of your favorite fonts? So I feel like this is a very appropriate time with this new little Design Space feature to just pair this video also with giving you a little list of the favorite fonts that I like to use and work with. I'm definitely someone who likes to buy fonts from time to time, so it's going to be really fun to be able to save these and keep a really organized little method in Design Space and save a lot of time. All right, let's go ahead, hop over to the computer. I'm going to show you how easy this is, and then I'll share a big list of my favorite fonts. Also, check in the description box below because I'll link all of those fonts individually for you in case you want to take a further peek at them or purchase them yourself. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, everyone, here we are in Cricut Design Space. I have simply opened up a brand new blank canvas for us to work in, and I am going to come over to the left side panel and I am going to click on text, which is located right here. Currently, it is the 6th button down on the left. This could change in the future as they come out with additional updates, but at the time of filming this video, it is the 6th button down on the left. I will simply click that once and you will see a text box appear on your canvas. You can then use your keyboard to type out either a word or a name. In this case, I'm going to type out my name for this example. And then I'm going to just drag it down to the middle of my canvas and I will size it up so we can really see. Okay, now we are going to focus on actually changing the font and how we can save our favorite fonts. So you'll note that if you don't have your word or name selected, you won't see a font box appear. But once you click on your word or name, you will see the font box appear. So if you're having trouble locating it, just make sure that you have clicked on your word or name. So I'm going to come up to the font box and then I'm going to just click right here. And then you will see that a whole variety of fonts come up. Now, we have a banner right at the top of the font section. We have Cricut, we have System, and we have Bookmarks. And we're going to come to Bookmarks in a little bit. If you have Cricut selected, you're going to see all of the fonts that Cricut has to offer. And then if you click on System, you will also see the fonts that are available on your computer. This may be fonts that you have purchased and downloaded, and then you can use in Cricut Design Space. So for this tutorial, I'm going to show you a font and some fonts that I have purchased that I really like, and I'll show you how to find those. But first, I want to talk about kerned. If you forget what kerned means, you can always come over to the little icon just to the right, and when you hover over it, it reads displays only fonts with optimal spacing between each letter. So kerned fonts are have specific spacing, and if you have this selected, you're only going to filter out kerned fonts. I actually like to uncheck this box because I like to search for all fonts. If you check this box and keep it checked and you're searching for a font, you may not find it because it may not be a kerned font. So I just like to uncheck this, that way I can search for everything. If you find that you're searching for a font and you just can't find it, it could be that the font is just not available anymore, or it could be that it's not a kerned font and you may just need to uncheck this so that you can search for everything. So I wanted to just address that because sometimes if that's checked, you might not find what you're looking for. I'm going to come up to System because I'm going to be working with a font that I have purchased, and I'm going to come over to the search bar right here and I'm going to type in Teakwood. I'll just simply type in teak and click enter because that's good enough, and you'll see that it pops up right here. then I can go ahead and click on the font, and once I click on it, it will change my name to that particular font selected. I really like that, so what I'll do is I'll come back up to the font box, click that. You'll see Teakwood is still selected, and because I want to remember this font in the future and use it again, I'm going to go over to the very right hand side and I'm going to click this little pennant banner and I'm going to turn it green. So once you click it, it's then green, which verifies that is now one of your bookmarked fonts, or what I like to think of as my favorite fonts. So then I can go ahead and click out. I'm going just to click the X so that I can click out of this particular font. And then I can come over to my bookmarks, which is that third tab. And when I click on it, I can see that Teakwood, which is the second one down, is added to my favorite fonts. And you can see that I've added 5 so far. Now, I actually just got a brand new computer, so I have to reinstall all of my fonts and go and find them and make them my favorites. So I don't just have 5, I probably have at least 20 that I really, really love, but I have to take the time and actually go and add and re-add and bookmark all of them. So then I can go through my favorites. Let's say that maybe Teakwood doesn't look quite right here, so I can just search my favorites only. Again, if you are just in Cricut or System, you're having to browse through all of these fonts. Oh my goodness, it can be overwhelming and it can take so much time. But once you bookmark your favorites, then you have a shorter list of tried and true fonts that you know that you really like. And then you can simply click on each one and you can go through those and see which one you like the best. This is one of my favorites too. It's called Witchy and I love it. So that is how you bookmark your favorite fonts. It's so easy. I'll go ahead and do a couple more for you. Okay, so let's try Holiday Party. That looks kind of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And once I click on it, I can preview it on my name. So then it changes it. That's cute. And even if I don't want to use it for my current project, maybe I simply want to save it so I can remember it in the future. And that's a really fun part about creating bookmarks, is maybe you don't want to use this font right now, but maybe you do want to remember it for something that you're going to be working on in the months ahead. So if I want to remember this one and save it for a later date, I can come back up to font. You can see that it's already selected because it's going to go ahead and just jump back to your previous selection. And then what I can do is simply click on that little pennant banner on the very right. It will turn green once clicked. And then when I go to my bookmarks, you will see that it has already added it there. So fun. Then I can go back to Cricut. And then let's see if I can go and see one more and see how I can just be inspired with a couple more fonts. I also really like this Love Quinn, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. And that is so cute. I love how simple and basic that is, and I think this is a really fun font. So I can again go back up to font. Again, it jumps right back to my previous selection, which in this case is the text Love Quinn, or font Love Quinn. And then I'll go over to the right, click bookmark, and then once I go into my bookmarks tab, I will see that it has been saved there. Now, if in the future you find that, let's say Holiday Party, you had liked it before, but maybe you're finding that you actually aren't very fond of it, or you haven't been using it, so you don't necessarily want to keep it in your favorites or in your bookmark section, you can just come over here and unclick to remove the bookmark, and in real time you see that it just took it right away. And you can find that from time to time. Maybe initially you like a font and either you find out you don't like it after all, or maybe you've used it so many times that you're kind of ready for something new. You can always remove them as well. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you, and I hope you have fun building your collection of favorite fonts, because if you're like me and you spend a lot of time looking for fonts for your project, this is going to save you so much time. In terms of my favorite fonts, I will place a whole list in the description box of this video of my favorite fonts. Like I said, I need to go back and build through my favorite list because I need to go re-download all of them on my new computer. I hope this was helpful. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and I am so excited to see you in the next video.